Well, something else we want to keep healthy is our relationships. For some singles, the winter months were spent getting through heartbreak. And let's face it, heartbreak sucks. But with the new season comes the opportunity to spring into action and shake off some of that winter relationship blues. And here to help is dating expert and author, the fabulous Monique Kelley. Welcome to Inside South Florida.
So glad to be here. I love Florida, so at least I can feel that like I'm there virtually today.
Right. We're sitting all that humidity and Miami, Cafecito your way, but relationships are hard, right? Yeah. Moving on from love lost isn't the easiest thing. Let's break it down in 5 steps. What's number 1?
Okay, so the first thing, a lot of times with the breakup, you are waiting for that apology. You're waiting for that person to take accountability. You're waiting for them to finally say all the things that they did wrong and acknowledge the hurt. And a lot of times you're not going to get that. You may never get that apology. So you have to learn how to move on without getting an apology, because you may never get the apology, and that's okay. You can't sit in that.
You can't sit in that, right? Because we always want definitive closure. I know when I broke up with my first love, putting all my business out there.
Yeah, put it on out there. Put that business out.
Yes, therapy is open. That was the one thing, and I'm sure our viewers are also, feeling the same way. That's the one thing you want is for someone to say, "Hey, I'm sorry for hurting your feelings," because you are hurt. Your feelings are definitely eviscerated, but it may never come. So how do we accept the apology we may never receive?
So here's the thing. A lot of times you go through a breakup. And I've been guilty of this in breakups too. And so many people that follow me, we talk about this. You keep all those text messages. You have a tendency to go through those text messages and see where you missed clues, where things might have gone wrong, and like where you missed something. Or you listen to voicemails, or you look at pictures, and you hold on to those things trying to figure things out. Also, you stay on social media. You remain friends with them. In your mind, deep down inside, you're staying on social media because you want them to see that you have moved on and you're living your best life. And you find yourself putting on shows for the ex, kind of, like, I'm going to make sure I'm living my best life, doing X, Y, Z. So it's important you make a clean break. Get rid of those text messages. Get rid of those voicemails. Start deleting those pictures. It's hard. And getting rid of the text message chain is the hardest part, because I think for a lot of people, we hold on to these text message chains. I don't know what for, if we're going to be subpoenaed in court 15 years later, but you hold on to that. So you got to get rid of that. Block. I'm a big believer in blocking. Blocking isn't about punishing the ex. It's about you moving on. And I like for people to block, because then they're not putting on those shows subliminally. And then also you're not tempted to creep up on the ex's page and see what's going on. It gives you good closure. And I say have a block party. That includes his friends, his family members. Block them all. Access is denied.
You're so right. We romanticize of a time past, right, by reliving those moments that are exactly that, the past. And also it's a re-traumatization of what has happened. So you got to put yourself first. You have to put your mental and emotional well-being first. What about culpability and accountability in relationships once they are done? How do we take responsibility for our role and what we have played and what we have done in the relationship?
This is often the hardest part.
Yes.
Because looking in the mirror, okay, we know you probably were in a toxic situation. We've analyzed all the things that the ex has done and the hurt and the pain. But there comes a point where you have to look in the mirror, because in every single relationship that you have, there's one common denominator, and that is you. Okay. So, and it's hard. It's not about judging yourself or beating yourself up. It's about looking in the mirror, seeing the things that you didn't like about yourself in the relationship, things where you need to change, healing that you thought might have been healed, but you realized was triggered in this relationship that you might need to go back and really address. And it's about making sure you move forward and you don't meet the same person in a different body and go through the same thing over and over again. So you really have to take a good hard look at yourself and be honest with yourself about it. And don't judge yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Do it in a loving kind of way.
A loving, compassionate kind of way.
Yes.
And finally, Monique, the pièce de résistance. How do we officially let go? What is that definitive move that's like, we are done, shop is closed, sayonara, adios, deuce?
So the official move of letting go and moving on is literally closing that door and opening yourself up to love again. Being open. When you stay in a relationship, meaning even after the relationship is over, but you're still staying in that pain and you shut yourself off and you're not open to the possibilities of someone else, that ex wins and you essentially lose. So the key thing is keeping yourself open to the possibility of love and allowing it to happen and not fighting it and not becoming, bitter Betty or cynical Susie.
No cynical Susies here or
no
bitter
cynical
Betty.
Susie, okay?
No.
Or bitter Brad.
Or bitter Brads. We got to be inclusive. Monique, where can we find all things Monique Kelley?
You can go to my IG page at Cocktails and Confessions. And then if you want to catch up on some of my old blogs from back in the day about all my dating stories, go to www.confessionsofaserialdaterinla.com.
Dating and relationship expert and author, the always incredible Monique Kelley. Thank you so much.
Thank you.